I have a take on Angel Reese that I'm sure will trigger a bunch of people.
Let's hear your take.
But I think Angel Reese, and I'm saying this with my chest out, I think she's quit.
It's finished. The Chicago Angel Reese experiment has officially collapsed. See the evidence that other media talking heads are ignoring before you hear them try to spin this. This isn't merely a downturn. This is a complete collapse of the franchise. And the matches are being held by the so-called cornerstone. Angel Reese is ready to commit the biggest error of her career while imprisoned in basketball purgatory. The reality is a 9-30 train wreck, an organization ranked the worst in the league by its own players, and a star who is actively planning her leave, despite what the WNBA marketing machine tells you. This is the tale of how the WNBA's most anticipated star made war on her own team, and why her last-ditch effort to escape was doomed to a cruel, humiliating failure. The truth is going to be revealed, so fasten your seatbelts.
What? Excuse me? Let me make sure I'm understanding you correctly. WNBA media is so desperate to make Angel Reese a huge star. Their level of desperation is so high. They want you to accept her so badly that they're actively celebrating failure?
A dumpster fire is the Chicago Sky. Let's not sugarcoat it. They are the league's laughingstock with a pitiful 9-30 record. A team that is losing money more quickly than Angel Reese's declining field goal percentage. Just 4 years ago, this same team won a title. Today, they are reduced to rubble. And you know it's not just a bad season, but a systemic illness when your own peers, the players in the WNBA, pick your organization as the worst run in the league. The player they were meant to build around, Angel Reese, is at the core of this dysfunctional tornado. However, she has turned into the main cause of the disorder rather than a leader. It's obvious that her frustration has reached a breaking point. She desires to leave. It began with mysterious social media posts discussing deals and teammates departing. However, the shocking revelation, a message concealed in plain sight, came next. P.S. It feels freeing to make your own decisions. A dedicated franchise player doesn't speak like that. That is the last frantic signal flare from someone who has already checked herself out mentally and is figuring out how to get away. If you think her quiet resignation is a negative thing, you won't believe how she treats her colleagues and coaches in private. You will be shocked by how obvious the contempt is. Reese's relationship with the coaching staff has fallen apart. Her recruiter, head coach Teresa Weatherspoon, was let go. Reese's passionate social media posts revealed that she saw it as a personal attack rather than a professional wake-up call. The first indication that a player puts her emotions ahead of the stability of the team. It has now gotten worse under new coach Tyler Marsh. She was reportedly openly belligerent during huddles, but it was all caught in one repulsive, viral moment. During a crucial timeout, Angel Reese slapped a clipboard out of the hands of an assistant coach. Give that some thought. Her natural reaction is to lash out with the utmost disdain when the coaching staff is trying to devise a play to save the game in the heat of the moment. She violently harms her own coach because she is so absorbed by her terrible attitude. This isn't a rival. The entire company is being poisoned by this toxic asset. However, the coaches are not the end of the toxicity. Even her teammates are fed up. The game tape is covered in evidence. Pay close attention. Instead of passing the ball to Reese, Sky players will purposefully choose to take a contested shot or even a shot clock violation when they have the ball and are staring into the post where she is demanding it. The locker room is irreparably damaged when your own teammates won't feed you. The pivotal moment occurred when veteran Elizabeth Williams, seated directly next to Reese during a news conference, was forced to publicly criticize the team's turnover issue. It was an overt, obvious jab at Reese's league-high 4.7 turnovers per game. Not only is the chemistry poor, but it's also radioactive. This behavioral trend is not new. This is the playbook for Angel Reese. She runs rather than fights when things get difficult. Do you recall her time in college? She moved to LSU from Maryland. Things became challenging after that. She has been aptly dubbed the Queen of Quit by her detractors. At the professional level, we are currently witnessing it once more. Conveniently, Her unexplained back pain surfaced just as the Sky season turned utterly crazy. She missed important games for weeks at a time, and the organization was unable to provide a precise diagnosis or schedule. It appears to be more of a calculated self-serving absence than a medical necessity. However, the plot takes an intriguing and ironic turn at this point. When the Queen of Quit realizes her kingdom is useless and attempts to go, what will happen? Angel Reese's entire career could be defined by the harsh reality check she is about to get. The harsh reality is that her market value is far lower than what her ego thinks it is. With a pitiful 44% shooting percentage, she is scoring unimpressive points. Her turnovers have almost doubled. The team actually performs better without her on the court, which is the most damning fact of all. Bidding wars don't begin with such numbers. General managers hang up the phone when they hear such numbers. It has been verified by league insiders. Her trading worth has plummeted. She is an excellent rebounder, but she has a terrible offensive game. However, neither her rookie deal nor her stats are the true issue. It's her mindset. The luggage is the problem. Astute corporations don't exchange great assets for locker room tumors who slap coaches' clipboards, resign when things get hard, and have social media drama built in. Every head office in the league can see that her individual success has never translated into team success. It's embarrassing how different it is from other young stars. Take a look at Caitlin Clark. She has maintained a level of professionalism and attention that Angel Reese can only imagine in the face of severe physical play, media scrutiny, and the burden of carrying a franchise. Reese is trademarking her flaws and fighting with her own teammates on social media, while Clark is setting records and improving her squad as a whole. The disparity in maturity is a canyon rather than merely a gap. The Chicago Sky Group itself appears to be calling her bluff, which is the ultimate irony. They're not going out of their way to please her. To create the ideal small bubble for her, they aren't making spectacular trades in order to nurture the guys who genuinely want to be there. They are quietly making progress. What the rest of the league already knows has dawned on them. Angel Reese is not a mainstay of a franchise. She accumulates statistics. She is a brand. Additionally, brands do not win championships in a league where winning is crucial. An excellent illustration of this illusion is the Sky's own marketing. The team had the audacity to tweet a graphic designating Angel Reese as the game's best player after they lost 79-69. When your team loses, you cannot win player of the game. The organization has been corrupted from the inside out by this culture of glorifying failure. They have forgotten that winning is the primary objective of professional sports since they are so desperate to maintain her reputation. What now occurs? Angel Reese must make a decision that will define her career. She has two options: either humble herself, take on the task of reconstructing the mess she contributed to, and grow into a true professional, or push her way out of Chicago only to find that things aren't better elsewhere. She might wind herself on a team with less marketing deals, less media attention, and a coach who will never put up with her nasty behavior. For a player whose game is predicated on hype rather than substance, she might discover that being the big fish in a small, dysfunctional pond was the best it could get. The whole story is a test of Angel Reese's capacity to be a real winner. As of right now, the verdict has been rendered, and she is not prepared to hear it. I must then ask, is Angel Reese the primary source of the disorder, or is she a victim of a poor organization? Please share your honest thoughts in the comment section below. Click the video on your screen right now to see the financial realities of the WNBA's best stars if you think this tale is crazy. What they're actually producing will astound you. Remember to subscribe for more unvarnished truth.